Hey, Dental Nachos crew, this is Paul, Dr. Nacho, here on this weird, I don't know what day it is. Time has stopped. Every day is just day. So we are off from dentistry. Dentistry's grounded like I was as a teenager. But what we can do while we're grounded is we can wear sweatpants, we can drink wine, we can watch TV, but we can also learn about cool ways to help ourselves as dentists and business owners. So I'm super excited to have key resource and sponsor from Dental Safety Net, Bryan and Jordan Brenner, dentists themselves. Bryan and Jordan, could you start off by telling us what you guys do in your dentisting lives as regular dentists, and then about your company that helps dentists?
Sure. I mean, yeah, we're both general dentists, solo practice owners. We don't practice together. We're both in the Seattle area. So we know what's going on with everybody and how it's affecting us. That's what we do every day. And our teams are laid off like everybody else is. You know, we do see occasional emergencies, but obviously that's not much. It's just kind of to help out our patients and things if somebody needs it.
For sure.
But what we did and what Jordan and I formed just about a year ago is Dental Safety Net. What it is, it's a company that is designed to create community of dentists in an area, in a small geographic area, with the sole purpose of covering each other's practice and helping each other if in times of need, if something were to happen.
I want to stop you because I don't know, have you ever seen the comedian Gary Goldman? He's phenomenal. His special's awesome. I've followed him for years. He used to have this joke, you know, like double stuffed Oreos. He's like, Oreos, have you been reading my diary? So I want to say, just this concept is so nacho-y that you guys have my whole concept of dentists getting along in a geographic region. I love this, you know, because dentists communicating face-to-face when that's legal again in a geographic area is so valuable. Jordan, tell me about how this works. You know, how does Dental Safety Net work in a community? You can use your community as an example and how this would work in other communities.
So the groups that my brother was talking about is, now say I'm going out and I decide I want to go skiing and I bust up my knee and I'm out for 8 weeks. I can't work. So that group comes into my office. They work.
Yes.
They work my practice. All the money, though, that's generated in the practice stays in the practice so that I can keep my staff paid and keep my overhead costs paid. If there's a little extra on the side, I might actually make some money because, you know, disability doesn't kick in for 90 days.
Yeah.
So that 8-week period, I got nothing coming in if nobody is coming to help me.
So critical. And also, as you guys, we were talking before we jumped on here, and I was thinking about I really like to storytell and explain things to dentists. You know, you get out of dental school, you're an associate, you get like disability insurance, you get malpractice insurance. That's it. Then when you become an owner, your insurances explode like nachos. Sometimes I think I have insurance for insurance. I swear I have one of those. So we have EPLI insurance, overhead insurance. What I think is so cool about Dental Safety Net is you're really providing an insurance for dentists on one of the most important things they need it for, and that's keeping their practice going, because dentistry is so nacho nuts that, you know, sometimes I go to the front desk and I say to Kate, I say, you know, you guys charge this crown improperly, charge different code. And she goes, oh, thanks. You know, I appreciate it. I said, are you going to go and help me with this filling now? And I go, oh yeah, that's illegal. And I mean, that's a funniest joke, but the dentist is the only person who can do so many things. So how has this worked out a bit in practice? Give me a couple examples or stories of where this has worked out in your community and how this would work out in another community.
Yeah, so we're in a group that's a couple years ago, a dentist, and you can see his testimonial if you want on our website later.
What is your website? Just we're going to trip on what's the best website for people to see that?
dentalsafetynet.com.
Oh, cool.
But basically what happened is he had some back issues. He just thought, you know, he was an older, overweight dentist, you know, bent over all the time, just that, you know, whatever. It got so bad he was having trouble going up and down the stairs. So his wife made him finally go into the doctor. Finds out he's got a big tumor on his spine.
Jeez.
So he's like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to get surgery. He calls the group up. We start getting scheduled to go into his office to help run his practice while he's gonna have surgery. He gets his MRI back and finds out that it's a softball-sized tumor.
Jeez.
He's not gonna be able to ever practice again.
Wow.
So what we were able to do for him, though, is he was able to keep his practice running for 3 months while he was able to get his surgery, work on getting better. Luckily, he's better. He can walk. He can move. He was able to start, transition into a sleep practice later on. But he was also able to sell his general practice without losing value.
That's a key point. I want to stop you because I'm a practice transitions broker, and I do a thing. I try to make it less morbid, but I say, imagine if you won the lottery and the only way they could get you to get your winnings would be you could never show up at your practice again, and you'd have to get someone else to sell it. And that's so difficult. Obviously, I'm using a good example. If you win the lottery, but you can't get it. Some people, it's the opposite of the lottery. But one of the things in life, this is what it feels like to be a dentist. You guys are solo practitioners, so it feels like on the inside, Mr. Grumbly. And that's what it feels like when you're trying to sell a practice under stress or duress. And you may do that to people in your life, your spouses, your brothers, your family. And it's an emotional thing. I deal with this frequently where unfortunately tragic things happen, or sometimes injury happens and the dentist is still alive, but they can't practice. And to have someone continue your practice just for that reason, from both a financial and an emotional perspective, is a huge thing. So you guys are doing an awesome thing with that. So he was able to actually sell his practice because there were dentists working in it. And these dentists were part of the dental safety net.
Yeah. So he was helping us. So we were helping him out. And that's the thing, is you don't get paid when you go in there and help out, right? That's part of being a member. But also you get that help if you ever need it.
Right. And I have a feeling that, dentist, it's weird. Like, do you feel good when you do dentistry after a while? Kind of. I do cool implant cases, but sometimes you're just making, the proverbial donuts, which I have donuts here for my 18-month-old. And it's kind of cool, doing it in another practice. There's a real stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. I've been watching the Jordan thing recently. Like, that's just a really great feeling. Now, Jordan, tell me, I love this whole concept. I already figure I want to start doing this and kindly annoying dentists to do this in the Northeast. But let's say I'm part of this, and Ariel can tag Todd Fleischman. Todd Fleischman's a cosmetic dentist, and I'm afraid of silane. Don't get it near me. I think it's made up. So let's say I say, okay, I'll cover to you, Todd, right? You had a Pilates injury. You can't come back. But what if I don't know how to do that stuff? How do you match up the procedures?
So part of the thing is when you get hurt, you call us and let us know what's going on. And when you've signed up to be in this group, we figure out what you're comfortable with. Gotcha. And so we'll match the doctors that are in the group with the procedures on the specific days. So your scheduling coordinator would say, right? So Todd's scheduling coordinator would say, I've got a big comprehensive case coming in on Tuesday. Which one of these doctors can do that?
Right.
Now, Wednesday, we've got a couple drill and fills. We're going to bring in Paul.
Yeah.
So
the implant impressions, bring me in for that one. Whatever practice is that. Use the screwdriver, you unscrew it, you screw it in. People say it's hard to restore implants. Is it hard to use a screwdriver? I've used it my whole life. So implant overdentures, but it's a good point because, I really think what you guys are doing is awesome. I also, as a practicing dentist, practicing in somebody else's location with a different team, you could have the best of intentions. You just have to figure that out. I know you guys are doing that. And I know it's all because, we're sitting here in a pandemic. Something happened that never happened before. We're all sidelined for this. You guys are dealing with dentists that are unexpectedly sidelined, but this is the time we can bond together, pun intended, and help each other out. I love it. Tell me again, if someone says, I want to find out more about this, starting my own group, what's the best way for them to do that?
Easiest thing is go to our website, dentalsafetynet.com.
Awesome. And any parting words, Bryan, Jordan, for the Nacho audience on Nachos, dental safety net, pandemics, anything you want to share with our audience here?
Our biggest thing, I tell you, when we've been growing this, is people wait till there's a problem.
Right.
They're calling us up and say, oh, I got the surgery scheduled. I heard you guys might be able to help me. But they're not in a group yet. They haven't talked, just don't wait. It's just like, you never know when something's going to happen. And just like you were saying, we're all just sitting around at home right now. We can do all this and get everybody signed up remotely. We would anyway, yeah. Right? And we can start reaching out to other dentists in your community, and we can get together a group. You don't have to meet face to face to do any of this, but then we can have it in place so that first day back at work, you know, something happens, you're still covered.
And I have to tell you guys, oh, go ahead, Bryan.
My analogy for that is, you know, when you're out at the restaurant, you don't wait for your margarita to be empty before you order your next one.
I like that. That I can get behind. I appreciate that. That's a perfect example. I mean, you know, you can get on these Brady Bunch, so you got Zoom things with your team, and this is what I have to share. And one of my favorite things to say is do the work while you're doing the work. So, you know, you can be a part of Dental Safety Net with 12, 13, 14 dentists in your area. And you're also going to learn interesting things about them to solve other problems. Maybe after this, somebody wants to merge their practice and they don't want to keep their location. Maybe somebody has an associate leaving. And when you're bonded together with this term, with this word intended, for a good reason to help each other, I mean, that's what we should have engendered more. So I give you guys, you know, 2 Nacho thumbs up for doing this. So I always have bags of nachos. This is my Nacho. Ariel, I'll start nachosafetynet.com. Big bags, small bags, we'll have them at your office. So awesome, guys. Well, Dental Nachos audience, thanks for being on with us. Check out dentalsafetynet.com. I think what you're doing is awesome, guys, Ryan and Jordan. I'm practiced with my brother. It's great to be part of family, but you realize how stressful and crazy being a dentist is when things are going totally well. So, you know, an injury, something like that can throw things off, but keeping your practice going with you guys is awesome. So thanks so much for being key resources and sponsors. Look forward to connecting more Nachoers with you.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.